Let me get in here. Let me get up on in here. Let me get up on in here. Thank you, Charlie. Super chat, Charlie. Thank you for your service. I know people say that to you all the time in public, but I really mean it. Okay, thanks. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Okay, let me do what I do here in the first couple minutes and make sure everything is going according to plan. Okay. Wow, we got lots of people in here already. What's happening? Let me say hi to everybody. Oh, Zeb was first. Let me decree the fact that Zeb was first. What's up, Zeb? Tim, of course. Jock Poople, Peter Graves, Rob, and Joanne. Hello. All my favorites here. Brian Hurd. Hello. Peter Graves, of course. Abnorm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fred Hollins. What is happening? UFO Bigfoot. I don't think I've seen you here before, but I have seen you, I think, at some vinyl community, other chats and stuff. So welcome, UFO Bigfoot. Let me see. I'm missing anybody? Peter, Abnorm, UFO, Sophia, of course. What's happening? Lobster X. What is up? I'm in sync. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, I got an Abba shirt on. What's it to you? I love me some Abba. We got to do this. Okay? And then we'll start hanging out. It's Thursday, and I appreciate you guys being here. I've really been looking forward to this week. I have not socialized a bit this week with anybody, any humans. In fact, I got a phone call today from my friend Sam. And, I go through most of my day without talking to humans. So when he called me and I said hello, my voice, I guess, hadn't really spoken in hours and hours, if, maybe all day. I don't know. But he was like, it sounds like you have a cold. I was like, no, my voice hasn't been used lately. So anyway, I don't know why I mentioned that. Interesting, though, during these pandemic times, how you can go for so long without actually talking. Oh, man, that's good. That's good. Cheers to everybody. Welcome. So I got a little a new setup here for you to enjoy. And let me just get the chair out of the way for a second. Okay, so here, this is let me put it over here. This is my downstairs, typically my guest room, where I'll put a bed for my guests to sleep. But anyway, I basically rearranged it recently. So I wanted to show you guys what's up in my pile of boom boxes back there. I'm going to switch this mic. Now, am I sounding okay right now? If I am, I'll just leave the mic the way it is. Here's the deal. The mic right now is set on like full room. It picks up behind it, in front of it, all around it. Usually I have it set directed right to my face. But if it's sounding good right now, we'll just leave it the way it is. Lobster X says perfect. Okay, good. Okay, sounds great. All right, we'll just leave it the way it is to not mess with that technology. I have things to open. I have packages. Here to open. And I have a big box to open, which I'll probably do first because it's really heavy. I got this big box from my good friend Rob Ginsburg, who is in the chat right now. So I'm going to open these things. And you know what? I forgot some scissors. I'm going to go run and get those. It'll just be a second. Hold on, guys. I'll keep talking to you while I run in here in the kitchen and get the scissors. I'll keep talking to you. I'm right over here. I'm over here in the kitchen. Okay, I'm coming back. I have my weapon. Okay. 666 in the chat. All right, now, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Let's move these to the side. I'm going to open this from Rob Ginsburg. Now, I know what this is. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. And it's probably not what you guys are going to expect, but I'm going to show you what it is. Rob is a very kind person, and he thought about me and a friend of mine here. And this gift is actually for a friend of mine. And it's a fairly new friend of mine. And I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about. All right. Oh. Okay, well, first, we have some CDs of things. of some music that I should check out. Oh, cool. All right. Old school hip hop mix and 60s something. Okay, cool. I'm going to check those out. Thank you, Rob. I know, you know that I know that you know that I know that I like physical media. I don't really like listening to digital files on my computer, so that's why. So here's what we have. We have a bunch of this cat food, and it's urinary care cat food, and his cat didn't like it for whatever reason, and I feed a cat outside. It's not really a stray cat. It's kind of like a neighborhood cat. Some neighbors across the street kind of own her, but she's outside all the time. She doesn't go in, and a few neighbors, I think, feed her. Anyway, I've been feeding her for about a year now because her owners kind of had to move out while their house got remodeled. So I kind of picked up the chore of feeding her because she was looking skinny and whatever. So now we have some more food. And now if she doesn't eat these, then I will take these to a place called Cause for Paws. And it's a thrift store that actually focuses on caring for cats and adopting cats and getting cats adopted. So if my cat won't eat it, I will find some cats that will eat it. So thank you, Rob. That's really great. And that'll help keep some kitties fed right there. Oh, God, it's so heavy. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate that, Rob. It really is cool. No, I'm not going to taste test it. I am not a cat, even though I would like to be most of the time. Okay, so I'm going to try to catch up on the chat real quick. Just because I like to try to keep up with what is going on over here. Okay, so here we go. Oh yeah, UFO, Bigfoot, Psychic TV. Tim and I are both big Psychic TV fans. I've been a Psychic TV fan since I was in college. Have met Genesis P-Orridge a few times. I believe I met him at his very last U.S. show performance, if I'm not mistaken. It was at Moogfest a few years ago. Yeah, big Psychic TV fans. Oh yeah, that Something for Everybody poster is from a different country. The one back there, it's from another country. I can't remember which country, but it's a country that I don't know the language because I can't even tell what country it's from. But anyway, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to ask that, Tim. I'm going to ask that very question. What's everybody been up to this week? But just give me a second here. I'm going to check to make sure I don't have any questions. Peter Graves says, Fred Hunt's not drinking this month. 3 more days to go. Okay. Oh, here we go. You have drinks to drink? Yep, I do. Look out, Boogie, because I'm using technology. Thank you, Carlin. Okay. Whoa, Cardinal Sin comes in here with a super chat. You know what that means, Cardinal Sin. And I won't turn the noise on because I know you don't like noise. But Cardinal Sin, super chat Charlie would like to thank you with a little dance. And this dance includes his light up toilet just for you. Just for you. A light up toilet and a dance. Thank you, Cardinal. That's very nice of you. And Cardinal, do you have one of these yet? These vandalized Jesus cards? Because if you don't, my friend, I will send you one of these in the mail. In fact, everybody who super chats today is going to get one of these hand vandalized Jesus Simmons cards in the mail. So, Cardinal, just make sure I have your mailing address. You can email it to me or whatever. Thank you, friend, or text it to me. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, great. You have one now, Cardinal. Thank you for your kind tip. I like that. Thank you very much. I will tell Rist you said hello. I know. Let me tell you something, Abnorm. Abnorm says canned cat food is getting. Let me pull his thing up here. Hold on. It says canned cat food is getting pretty scarce in the stores. Let me tell you, I've been fighting that problem for months. My cats eat a certain flavor of Fancy Feast brand cat food because it was recommended by my vet. It's not really a certain flavor. It's a certain way the food is prepared. I guess it's called pate or like classic or whatever it is. But that particular style of Fancy Feast has been out of stock in most flavors for months. And if you go to the store, you'll maybe find 10 cans of the same flavor, 20 cans of the same flavor, and that's it. There's no other variations. So my poor cats, they have to eat the same flavor of food for like a week or two before I'm able to go out and scrounge a few more cans. So I don't know what the deal is with a shortage of certain kinds of cat food, but I've noticed it in several brands where the pate or the general classic whatever brand of cat food is selling out everywhere and not being made back in stock, and I just don't get it. Maybe it's made of toilet paper and there's a shortage there. I don't know. But yeah, it is getting rare, and I don't understand why, Abnorm. So buy cat food from the pet store. Fancy Feast is poison for cats. No, it's Mabuhay. Mabuhay, I have heard totally different from my vet, but now they did say to stay away from the gravy ones or the I think they're called chopped or whatever. There's just one pate kind of ground up one that's, I guess, the most healthy for them. It doesn't have all the gravy and all the stuff. So it was recommended by my vet, and my cats are very healthy. So they've been eating it for almost 10 years. So I think they're fine. It is not bad for cats. Geez, don't tell me about the bad for cats thing. It's not bad for cats. And my cats are totally healthy. All their health checkups are great. I think it's just the certain flavors of the cat food are bad. The gravies and the whatever. Anyway, yeah, no classic grill or gravy style cat food. Right. That's what my vet told me. Just stick with the pate. So that's probably why maybe the company is trying to get people to buy the other flavors just because nobody buys them anymore. I don't know. First ingredient should be meat, not rice, crude, water, or corn. Mabuhay, can you do me a favor? Do me a favor, and if you can find my email address, or I can just put it in the chat, whatever. It's on my About page, on my YouTube page. But if you could email me what you would recommend my cats to eat, and I want it in the same size can, basically, because that's just a nice portion for them. So I try to buy only small, tiny cans of food, like the size I just showed you here. Anyway, I don't know why we're getting off on a cat food tangent, but my cat's names. Hey, Robot Wars. I have two cats in the house here, and they're sisters, and they are Miss Cricket and Miss Meowser. And they were both named for how they sounded when they were kittens. Miss Meowser had a definite meow. Like every time she made a sound, it was M-E-O-W, meow, 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 meow. It was always meow. So she was Meowser. Now, Cricket, Miss Cricket, she kind of made this, she didn't meow. She kind of made a weird chirping kind of, she kind of, I don't know. And so I kept thinking of kind of like cricket chirping or something. And so we named her Miss Cricket. But yeah, oftentimes my cats are named from the sounds they make for some reason. Yeah, I'm a pretty serious cat person too. In fact, I think cats are gods. So there's how much of a cat person I am. I believe they are gods, and I believe that they are in control of my destiny. That's why we have to be so nice to them. And hey, look, I've had a pretty good life so far, so I guess it's working. So yeah, I am drinking something right now, and it's red wine, and I don't know what kind it is, whatever. I gotta tell you, people, it's been a doozy of a week, but I want to tell you that I'm so happy, and I hope you're happy with the new Devo shirts that just came out. What a successful product launch that was. I mean, again, I've been working on that project for years. I've wanted one of those shirts in like real wearable 100% cotton fabric for decades, since I was a little kid, and finally got it done and got it out there, and man, they sold out quick. The first batch sold out quicker than any shirt that the company Middle of Beyond has ever done. And they were very impressed with the response. And then the pre-orders went up the next day. Wow. Orders went off the chain again. And then every day after that, orders kept coming in. I believe they're still coming in. Don't worry. You have until February 15th to go to middleofbeyond.com to pre-order that Devo shirt so you can make sure you get your size. But everybody I've seen online who's received the shirt so far is totally happy with it. And I'm really glad about that. Great. Yeah, Abnorm got his too. Okay, so I know that Yeah, cats do have staff, David. I am staff. I am my cat's slave, and they are they're my gods, basically. Cabernet Sauvignon is a red grape, very known for its thick, durable skin and the wine's resistance to the elements like your outdoor cat. Well, I'm not going to be drinking the outdoor cat, but I will drink whatever. I would drink whatever you're talking about. I'm not really picky about my wine. I get what's on sale at the grocery store because, it just makes sense. And I like red wine. So I get the red wine that's on sale. Now, I know Tim has already asked this. So I'll ask it again just because I'm now catching up with the chat. Somebody tell me, and if you've already said it in the chat, you don't have to repeat yourself. I could scroll back through there and look and see. But I always like to ask people something very positive that's happened since the last time we did a stream last Thursday. For me, it was, the success, continued success of the sales of the Devo shirt. That was very cool. The band's happy. I'm happy. The company that made the shirt's happy. Everybody's happy. Fans are happy. That just was great. It continued on through this week, those sales. I had some great meetings with Jerry Casale and other entities involved, and we have some great stuff coming up. Great stuff coming up, Devo related. You're going to love it. Don't doubt that you're going to love what's coming up from Devo sometime soon. And there's several things we're working on as usual, but as soon as I can tell you something, I will. But just know that there's stuff going on, and it doesn't stop with that shirt. So I don't think they run big, Rob. I got a size large, and although it's not quite as tailored as I like shirts, especially if they're button down, because I like a nice slim fit, they're almost perfect for me. And I know that they're not too small for other people who usually like their shirts bigger. So I think they're right in the middle. They're pretty good. New Guy in the White House plus copy of Yes Fragile. Ooh, David, I got to tell you something. I'm a huge Yes fan, and it only happened in the last, I want to say 7 years or something. Less than 10 years ago, I really never really paid attention to much Yes. There was a few songs I liked, but when I started reselling a lot of stuff on eBay, I would find Yes CDs, Yes albums, and before I sold them, I would listen to them to grade them, make sure they played correctly, and I fell in love with them. I haven't heard a Yes album that I don't like. I like the later 80s pop stuff. I like the early stuff. I like it all. I like Yes. I like Moody Blues now. I'm getting into this, like, that stuff. What do you call it? Prog? Is it prog? Is it psychedelic? Whatever it is, I like that stuff, and I'm getting into it, man. Cool. Everybody's happy with their shirts. That's great. Robot Wars picked up some Wildflowers. Oh, cool. What? Oh, I don't even know who that is. A Wildflowers 3 LP. Is that what that says? Zed asks, Fave 3 Abba. You mean like songs? Fave 3 Abba songs? Well, one's Take a Chance on Me for sure. It's really hard to pick 3. Take a Chance on Me is up there. There's a lot of ABBA songs I like, and I guess it just depends on the mood on them. But let me just pick Take a Chance on Me as my favorite. Let's see here. I wonder how many, David says, I wonder how many funny cigarettes were smoked over my Yes LP. Well, I mean, hopefully a lot, and hopefully they will continue to be smoked over that record. Tom Petty. What about Tom Petty, Robot Wars? Did you buy something from Tom Petty recently? I'm not a huge fan of Tom Petty. I like him. I like him as a person, and I like the interviews I've seen with him, but I'm not a huge fan of his music. But there is a band that I love in Akron, Ohio called Detention. They're a bunch of teenagers who have been playing for a few years, and they do a Tom Petty cover. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't remember the name of it, but I love when they cover the Tom Petty song. It's great. Yes is the worst. I like a lot of things that people can consider the worst. Believe me, I'm not offended by that at all. So probably missed. Hold on a second. There's a lot of chats coming in here. Probably missed Yes show at Walnut Creek. Yeah, I've never seen Yes, Wayne. Never seen Yes. But I'm just first of all, let me thank all of you for showing up. It's great to see you all in here, and there's a lot of new people in here that I haven't seen. At least a few people in here that have not been here, have not been regulars. So anyway, Sophia, all my regulars, please welcome all these new people if you get a chance. We're glad to have them here. So what do I have to tell you? Oh, okay, so let's talk about music for a second. Now, just lately, and I know I've showed this on my streams and videos before, but this is what I've been listening to lately. And I don't buy a whole lot of new albums for myself, literally ever. I mean, it's very rare. But I did gift this to myself this year, and it's Public Enemy's new album. And it's great. I've only really heard the first side so far. But man, it's got like all that industrial noise, grittiness in the background, and it's powerful. I mean, the one song I heard before I bought the record was State of the Union, STFU, and that's a great song in my opinion. Just love this record so far. I'm going to listen to the second side this weekend, very loud, probably by myself. But yeah, Public Enemy, I'm a big fan, and this is one of the things I've been listening to a lot lately. Just the first side so far. And another record I want to talk about, I did a video on recently, and it's this. It's an upcoming Devo reissue of their Hardcore Devo Live album. It's a 2-record set, and it was originally released in 2015. This was a tour they did in 2014, and the one difference that some of you collector geeks might notice, besides the fact that the new one is a colored vinyl, is that the let me try to pull it out a little bit here, is the cover itself is glossy. Now, the first version that came out in 2015 had a matte finish cover. It was not glossy. So that's one way you can tell, besides looking back here and seeing the date that it was released. But one way you can tell is the original version will have a matte finish cover, and this has a glossy cover. And I think the red ink is a tad different on each of them. But that's something you'll have to pick up. MVD is the label that put this out. So if you're interested in buying this, it's online right now. I don't think it's released until February 19th, I want to say, something like that. But it is up for sale right now. But I would recommend it. It's great, hardcore, weird Devo stuff. Early stuff that they wrote in the early to mid 70s. Yeah, Vinyl Rundown. You saw them on the hardcore tour. Wasn't it fantastic? All right, so here's the deal. For years, I toured with Devo, starting in late 90s, early 2000s. And always, when we were backstage with the band and I had them in a casual moment, I would always beg them, just add one hardcore song to the set. Just one. People would freak out. They would love it. And they were like, I don't know, maybe. They never really did it. And then, right before our beloved Bob passed away, we got together and we planned out this hardcore Devo tour where they would do nothing but hardcore music. And it was amazing. I remember being on the tour and thinking to myself, okay, here's this sold out crowd. Everybody's singing along to these weird songs that, weren't very popular. Nobody's complaining that there's no Whip It being played. There's no Girl You Want. There's no Freedom of Choice. There's none of the big hits being played. Nothing off Oh No It's Devo. It was all this really weird hardcore stuff, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment in time, and I never thought it would happen. I never thought they would even play one hardcore song on stage. So for them to do all that was excellent. Okay, so Melton John. Oh, Melton John. Now you're going to discuss Rich Life, which is a guy from the, I guess you can call it the drama community or the bottom of YouTube, but I don't know anything about him, dude. You can discuss him if you want, but I don't know. I don't really follow all that stuff. I don't watch that soap opera. Well, if I watch some of the soap opera, I don't really pay attention much to what's going on, like between who said who about what, and I don't know, But yeah, go at it, Melton John. Glad to see you here, brother. You're going to go live? Okay. I'm missing your comment, Melton. Hold on a second. You said you're going to go live in a little bit. Just release a new video. That's cool. Yeah, Melton John. Let me just tell you, Melton John is just somebody I met from what's called by some people the bottom of YouTube, the drama community. on YouTube, and he's an interesting guy. There's a chance he may be coming out to the Carolinas at some point, thinking about relocating or whatever. But I told him I would help him. I'd pick him up at the airport, whatever he needs, give him a ride around, show him around, whatever. So Melton, maybe we'll meet up one day, and I still do want to talk with you on the phone sometimes. So we'll get that done. Yeah, Vinyl Rundown, one lung for breathing and one Vinyl Rundown. You spread the gospel of hardcore Devo, because I don't think a whole lot of people understand quite how cool that material is. It really is heavy duty Devo stuff. And, they didn't really let the public, the main public know about that stuff until 1990, I think it was released. So, me being a lifelong Devo fan in 1990, when I discovered this hardcore stuff existed, my mind was blown. I was like, oh my God, I didn't think Devo could get any more deviant or any more weird than they were, but oh boy, they could. Yeah, it was like Resonance and Zappa, but it was like industrial. It was like industrial noise, but still rock and roll. It was just really hard to pinpoint. It's a bunch of frustrated weirdos in Ohio is what it is. The sound of things falling apart is what they called it. And that's what it is. That's what it was and what it is. David says, YouTube drama. When I hear about it, I have no idea what the hell these people are. And even they're spreading a fair amount. I just don't get into the he said, she said stuff as much as other people do. I understand it really helps your channel in a lot of ways. You get a lot of views. You get a lot of people, interested in that kind of stuff watching. But I couldn't maintain it. I couldn't do it with a straight face. I would always ask for people to settle their differences with a potato sack race. A potato sack race is a great way to solve your differences. If it just came down to a potato sack race and then that guy won, easy. Who needs to vote when you have potato sack races, right? Okay, great. So I'm glad everybody is in agreement with the hardcore stuff. Some of us get addicted. Yeah, I know, Melton. I know. I'm addicted to Super Chat Charlie, and I'm addicted to Jesus Simmons here. I love Jesus Simmons. Anyway, let me take a sip of wine, please, everybody. Now, I want to open another package. Okay, so we're talking about the Devo shirt, right? By this company, Middle of Beyond. Middle of Beyond made a new Devo shirt for us recently, which I was talking about earlier, which is awesome. Awesome quality. I love everything that Middle of Beyond does. Seems to be on point quality. Well, they sent me a gift. Okay? Middle of Beyond sent me a gift. And I can't wait to show you. Okay? Here we go. Come on, scissors. Do me right now. Come on. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready for this? I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay. Oh, what is it? What could it be? What could it be? I'll tell you what it is as soon as I get this crazy bag open. This is, are you ready, guys? Are you ready, friends? I got all kinds of clips falling off here. Okay, check this out. Ready? Boom. What's on it? What's on it? What's on this? Can you tell what's on this? Can you tell? You probably can't tell, but I'm going to put it really close to the camera and you're going to tell what it is, okay? Look. What's that? What is on there? Somebody type in the chat what's on there. Oh, do you see it? Do you see it? Okay. Let me get real close here. What is it? Anybody guess? Can anybody see that guy? But this is like, I hardly ever wear shirts with collars and buttons, but this is going to be something I wear. Yeah, it's the Baphomet, y'all. It's the Baphomet. It's the Baphomet, y'all. Isn't that a great shirt? Oh, I love it. I can't wait to wear it. And let me put this somewhere safe, like over there. Oh. Now, if you wanted to get one of those yourself, if you're feeling fairly evil and deviant, I put the link in the chat there. You can order yourself a Baphomet shirt. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we have 2 more packages to open at some point, and we'll get to that soon. JB and KG, Carlin Reed. I got to tell you about JB and KG. Is it in here? No, it's not in here. I did some artwork for them many years ago for Tenacious D back in the early 2000s. It was around 2002, 2003. And I did the JBKG AC/DC logo that you've seen probably, hopefully, on some of their merch. I did that for them. I also did a Fueled by Satan t-shirt for them where Satan was pumping gas. It was like an old 50s gas station attendant. And I did the design. Me and Jack Black worked on a design for a Tenacious D official cum rag. Pardon my French, but that's what it was. And that product did really well too. So I have somewhat of a past with JB and KG for sure. And of course I have that record. Did the Middle of Beyond make those dome rugs that never got released? Yes, Abnorm, they did. And we're still trying to get those released. Right after those prototypes were made, the rug company that Mob worked with, Middle of Beyond worked with, went off the radar. Something happened. So it's been challenging for him to find another company that makes rugs as good as and as affordable as those dome rugs. So those are still in the works. So maybe one day, right? You have the special towel, Carlin? That's great. So you must be a big Tenacious D fan. I have live recordings of their sound checks, of some of their early shows. I used to be big into Tenacious D. So yeah. Christy, thank you for the super chat. Look, you get a little bit of Charlie. Woohoo! Yeah! Super chat, Charlie in the house. He loves you, and he loves super chats because everybody has to have a purpose in life. And now Charlie's purpose is dancing to super chats, and he likes it. It gives him a purpose, and we thank you for your service, super chat, Charlie, and thank you, Christy. And I think you already have one of these, Christy, but if you want another one, I'll send you another one. Christy's daughter, Sophia, actually sent me a bunch of these Jesus cards, of course, blank with no vandalism on them, but I've got a whole box of them. So every now and then I will doodle them up a little bit, vandalize them a little bit with some Gene Simmons eyes and some blood, and then we give them away to super chatters. So, hey, Lobster X, love you. Thanks for stopping by, man. One of my longtime friends, Lobster X, went to junior high school and high school with him. See you, brother. Christy, cool. I thought Christy was leaving, but I hope not. Yeah, happy birthday to my friend Tim. His birthday was this week, and yeah, he's old. So that wine is good. So if I missed any questions in the chat, let me know. By the way, I like to mention the song you heard in the opening segment of this video was my old band, Silica Gel. Industrial noise, samples, tape loops, that kind of stuff, repetitive, industrial stuff, beats. No real lyrics or vocals, but lots of samples and human voices and noise. And anyway, the song was called Personal Dream. This is a 1993 album release. It was on CD only. And then in 2016, it got released as a double vinyl deluxe set. Anyway, that was something I did when I was younger. And yeah, I'm a little bit older than Tim, not much. Okay, so I think I want to open another package because I'm really enjoying that stuff. All right, let's do it. Anybody down for that? Let's open another package. Okay, this. Now you guys have seen that I get packages from Japan quite often. In fact, I think just last Thursday, I got a package that looked very similar to this from the same person in Japan, my friend Tishioshi. Now, my friend Tishioshi is a big fan of heavy metal, huge fan of heavy metal. And he's also a huge fan and collector of CDs, compact discs. And anyway, I've known him on Facebook for years. He's a really sweet guy, and he always sends me cool stuff in the mail. And I can tell you what this is, kind of. It's going to be a CD by his band, Pitfall. Pitfall. Look at this. And what's amazing is he sends me so many of these CDs, okay? And I'll just tell you, let me just show you. Okay, so here's Pitfall CD called The Satan of Hell. Okay, right. Now, The Satan of Hell. The Satan of Hell. And now look at this. And just let me tell you, Pitfall sounds kind of like, it's like black metal. It's like black metal, but mixed with like Viking metal. And it's really kind of lo-fi, like, sounds like maybe it was recorded in a home studio or something, but lo-fi, kind of brutal Viking black metal. And here's over the last, I don't know, year or less, here are all the Pitfall CDs that he sent me, okay? This one is called Overcome, Pitfall Overcome. This one is called Pain, Pitfall Pain, okay? Here's Pitfall Vikings. And I also have a sealed copy of Vikings, right? Then I have Ghost True. I think it's called Ghost True. Pitfall Ghost True. Then I have Pitfall Fear. And then last week he sent me this one, right? Which I just got again this week. So I've got two of at least a couple of Pitfall CDs. Anybody out there who's into rare black metal / Viking metal stuff, I got stuff to trade now. And Tishioshi, I got to tell you, I got a lot of catching up to do. I've listened to maybe 2 of these so far, all the way through. But man, you are hooking me up, my friend. And thank you, Tishioshi. I appreciate it. And those things will be cherished. Yeah, I love Abba, Tecker Time. Nice to see you. I haven't seen Tecker Time in here yet. This is great. A lot of new people in here. Come on in. Come on in, people. So, anything going on in the chat? I messaged you on Instagram. Hold on a second. Let me find that. Maybe UK says, I messaged you on Instagram, Michael. Couldn't find your email. Okay, cool. Well, just in case you ever need it, I'm going to type it here in the chat. So anybody wants my email, just make note of this. There we go. It's in the chat now. Yeah, so thank you. I'll get in touch with you, Mabuhay. And your name, I think I've seen you in some vinyl community chats or something, but your name, Mabuhay, you know, that is a club that I'm very familiar with that Devo played at, of course. And so you're probably from out there, right? You're probably from Southern California, I would guess. Super Chat Charlie, I'm going to have you stand over there for a minute, okay? Because you were standing in front of the records, Super Chat Charlie, and people need to see the records, right? Okay, so, man, the chat is going crazy. I'm trying to keep up. Oh, okay, right. You've been here before. Okay, right. I knew I've seen you somewhere, Tecker Time, but yeah, welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. And Tim Nolan, thanks for your moderation skills there. So, what else do I have to tell you? Well, I have one more package to open up. We should probably just go ahead and do that, right? Let's just go ahead and open it up. And this is a weird one, okay? And it's another thing where I have to tell a story to get, after I show you this, I'll have to tell the whole story to explain it. But here we go. It's got a little, for the M of my name, it's got a little hat and glasses, which is cute. Okay, now. Okay, here we go. I have a feeling I know what this is. Okay, here's this. Now, this may look like a complete mess to most people out there, and it is. But what this is a page from a coloring book. And the coloring book is based on the band The Dickies from California, a punk rock band. And, the name wasn't from the club, Mabuhay? Okay, yeah, well, I figured that's where you may be from. Okay, so anyway, this is from a coloring book based on the band The Dickies. And it's a color by numbers coloring book. And I work for The Dickies. I run their social media and their websites, and I help them with merch, sales, and all that stuff. And I'm a huge fan of The Dickies. So some fans told me fairly recently that there was a coloring book on sale on Amazon, obviously a bootleg coloring book, a Dickies coloring book. So I thought, I might have to get one of those for the collection because I'm kind of that way with the Dickies. I got to collect things of them. And then one of the fans says, oh, and by the way, you're in the coloring book. And so here's a picture of me and the singer of the Dickies. There's the singer of the Dickies right there, Leonard Graves Phillips. And there's me right there. And this was taken a couple of years ago in New York City when me and my friend Tim were up there seeing the Dickies. And so what happened is, I guess that this coloring book was put together. And after I paged through it, it became apparent that most of these photos were taken from the Dickies Facebook page, like straight, just taken from the page. They weren't any kind of classic old Dickies photos. There were no really great super live photos. It was just a bunch of random photos taken from the Facebook page, including me and the singer. Who the heck wants that in a Dickies coloring book? But I believe this was from my friend Peter Graves in Arizona. I believe this is from Peter Graves. Am I correct, Peter Graves? Am I correct? I think it's from Peter Graves. I think it is. Can you tell me if that's correct, Peter? And if so, thank you. Me and Leonard, fully colored there. That's really great. Such a weird thing to be in a coloring book. And what makes it even weirder is that after I told one of the band members of the Dickies, the drummer, Adam, wanted to buy one, I told him, oh, just go to Amazon, search Dickies coloring book, which he did. He found a totally different cover. Like, it's the same content in the coloring book, but it has a totally different cover image. So then I had to go look on Amazon. I found 3 different Dickies coloring books, all with the same pictures in the book, but the covers were different. So of course I had to buy all 3, collector like that. That's great, Peter Graves. Thank you for your artistic prowess there. I really enjoyed that. And I may even frame that and hang it up in the house. I think I will. Did the Dickies care? Well, I mean, I guess if it was a coloring book that was really well planned out and had a lot of classic photos and maybe had a chance in hell of selling to a bunch of Dickies fans, but it's such a weird thrown together random thing that's really the only reason it makes it interesting to me is that it's so bad. So, I mean, of course, the Dickies would rather people not do that, but I don't think this one is going to make anybody a lot of money. So, yeah, but yeah, the Dickies are not into being ripped off. But it's almost like it was put together by a bot. I don't get it. All right, people, who's still here with me? Who do we run away? Do we run anybody away? Melton, you still here, or have you gone to stream yourself? So yeah, Melton, John, if he's still here, I just wanted to mention, I tend to watch Melton's streams, which, are anything from him having a beer and listening to music or ranting about other people in the YouTube community that he's part of. But the reason I tend to watch him more often than others is because when I wake up at 4:35 in the morning, my cats always wake me up at that time. First thing I do, like most people, I reach over, grab my phone, and just kind of catch up, see what eBay sales I've made, see if any emergencies are happening overnight. And he is always streaming about the time I wake up, like really late night for him, really early morning for me. So I tend to watch him at that hour. And XXX coloring books, huh? I'm sure it's been done, Wayne. I'm sure it's been done. Me, myself, not so into those coloring books, but the Dickies coloring book, I would buy. All right, so we've got all of our packages opened up. We got the wine flowing. We showed you Pitfall collection. Look at this Pitfall collection, you guys. God almighty. I mean, this guy sends these from Japan. That's not cheap. That's not cheap. Each one of these probably cost between $14 and $20 to ship to me. That doesn't even include the cost of the CD. It's just so nice of him. People are so nice to me, and I want to thank you all for everybody who's been so nice to me. I don't know what I would do without you guys. What else? Okay, so how about this? Does anybody want to come on here on screen and maybe show me some records you bought recently, some music stuff, new music T-shirts you got? I don't know. We could talk about a little music stuff if you want to come on the stream. Let's see. Keith Adams says, any Half Man, Half Biscuits fans in the house? Oh, Keith, I've heard of that band name, but I couldn't tell you what they sound like. and I've never owned any of their stuff. So that is not something I know about. Vinyl Rundown says, I bought a Wilco book like that for my wife. Totally sucked. Yeah, violates. It's Vinyl Rundown. Let me put that on the screen. It's exactly what I was thinking. It's like not even, I mean, if they're going to go and rip off photographers, why don't they rip off the photographers that took pictures of the Dickies in the 70s, 80s when they were like, you know, those classic pictures that if you're a Dickies fan, you would know, or even a Dickies logo or a Dickies graphic design from an album cover, but they just took the lamest photos, which that's the part that makes it really interesting to me. Is like, it's so lame. And there's 3 different covers. It's like, I don't understand, but I know that I'm going to find out one day that those were put together by some kind of bots. I'm gonna know that at some point. Peter Graves says, one thing about the coloring, but there's no index of colors to numbers. One has to make up their own. Yeah, I was thinking that the cover, which is, let me go get the book. Okay, hold on a second. I'm just going to show you guys one so I can tell you what me and Peter are talking about. Hold on a second. I'm right over here. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I got the coloring book, and you'll see that the cover is the only thing that's colored. Okay, here's the cover. Here's one of the 3 covers. Okay, one of the 3 covers, and the cover is the only part that has everything numbered. There's little numbers in all those colors there, right? The whole inside of the book is not colored, and I think that's where you're supposed to get the colors. You know, I don't know. It's such a poorly planned thing, but so weird at the same time. Low Noise Jason Skills. Never seen you here. Thanks for coming. Are we talking about the Biscuit Band there? I had one of their records before sold it. Oh, okay. Ed Warner's in the house. Ed, I have it on my list to call you. We're going to talk about the video we're going to make really soon. I finally have all the elements that I need to make that video happen. I was waiting for something to show up in the mail. So yeah, I will, Ed Warner, I will be contacting you hopefully this weekend, and we can discuss our next steps in that regard. Listen to Back in the DHSS as an intro. Okay, Keith. But here's the thing, Keith, and this is just a part of me being an elderly man. I don't like discovering bands digitally for the most part. I don't go on Spotify. I don't tend to want to discover bands on YouTube. I like to hear bands on a physical media thing. And I don't know why that is, but I really like discovering bands in that way. Every now and then I'll discover a band on YouTube by accident, but if I'm digging into a band, I don't like to do it on my computer for some reason. I just, I don't know why I have I don't know why I'm turned off by that. So yeah, let me show you something. Okay, so you saw the big pile of boom boxes back there, right? Let me show you something real quick. This right here. Now, this is my latest boombox purchase right here. It needs to be cleaned up. It's very dirty. It's got like tons of human dander and dust on it. But this particular model was made by Montgomery Ward. Montgomery Ward, a store. And like I said, it's a little dirty, but it works. I've tested it. Cassette player works. And what's more, 8-track player in the side. That also works. Now I have to do some cleaning. Like I said, I have to spray some electronics contact cleaner in here so that the volume knobs don't have a staticky sound to them. But I think I could bring this back fully to life. And like I said, bought it at a thrift store. Paid a little more for it than I would have usually paid for something like this. I paid like $20 for it, but I had some credit at the store. And like I said, both the things work. They guaranteed it would work, or I could take it back. And it works well enough for me. So I'm going to clean this mug up right here. And yeah, I just love that it has an 8-track on the side. This is the first boombox I've ever found with a working 8-track player in the side. So there's my most recent boombox purchase to go with all these other ones here. And I think I have like maybe 2 or 3 more boom boxes upstairs, but that's basically all of them. There's a stack over here that you can barely see, and there's a stack back there, and of course that one up there is my favorite one. That's the best one right there, the biggest, the best, in my humble opinion. Monkey wards. What's a monkey ward, Peter? What's a monkey ward? Oh, Montgomery wards. Okay. Yeah, low noise. I know a lot of people use Spotify to preview stuff, but for some reason it feels like it's wrong. I don't know. I can't explain why I feel wrong about it. I just don't like. I think it's like cheating or something. I don't know. I like just the best way. My favorite way to discover a band is me flipping through a thrift store or yard sale or something and finding a physical thing where I'm like, oh, I've never heard of these guys, or what is this? I'm going to take this home and see what it's like. That's my favorite way to discover bands, really. Or if somebody sends me a physical record or CD, like my friends the Swengels, Sophia and her family sent me a record fairly recently of some alternative indie rock, I guess you would call it, performer on record, and I liked it. It was great, and I liked being able to put that needle on the vinyl and hear it for the first time on vinyl. I think it made me like it more for some reason. I don't know, just weird like that. Yes, think of Spotify, Deezer as radio on demand. Well, see, I grew up with real radio where it was like, you were listening to the radio, and if you heard something you thought you might like, you pressed record on your tape deck, and then you had this mixtape of songs that usually had the start cut off because the DJ was either talking over him or whatever. But, you had to really work hard to investigate bands back then, and I appreciate that work ethic, I guess. It's just too easy now. It's too easy to discover bands. So, I like so many bands as it is. I still listen to almost every single band I liked as a kid. And through high school and junior high school and college, I still listen to all that stuff. So it's not like I really need to discover more because my brain is already full and my house is already full with a bunch of stuff. But you know what I mean? I love discovering new stuff, but there's certain ways I like to do it. I know it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense, but what does make sense? Anything? I don't think so. But Abba rules. By the way, I love Abba. So does anybody want to come on here on the screen? My moderator friend Tim has the link. I'd love to see records from your collection. I just want to keep, I'm trying to keep the music theme going tonight. I really want to, and we have a lot of people in the vinyl community in here, a lot of music fans in here tonight. So it would be great to talk a little about music and show some stuff from your collection. Trying to plan my next YouTube video, showing some things from my collection. I've been doing that more often because they tend to get a lot of views. My 10 most valuable 8 tracks recent videos getting a lot of views and comments. And so I'm trying to think of the next little pocket of my collection that I'll pull out to show. Edward Warner. Peter Graves is backstage, and he's going to show us some music stuff. So we're going to invite Peter Graves, who I must say, before we get him on here, everybody blow him a kiss because he is one of the biggest supporters of my channel, along with my friends, the Swengels and Cardinal Sin and my friend Tim. They all help me a lot in doing this, and I appreciate them. So we're going to bring Peter on, and he's going to tell us some things, I guess, about his records. Are you ready, Peter? You can give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, I'm waiting for him to get ready. And then, okay, cool. He's ready. We're going to bring him on. Everybody, I want you to welcome my friend Peter Graves. All right. Social distance here. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go.
I want to see if this works. I had to see. Look at that. I got these lights, these little circle lights to illuminate me so I can be more professional.
Yeah, I don't have those yet. I make do with these crappy lights I have, but it's okay. It works.
Yeah, so I just posted a video on my channel, which is late, but it's there, of my Captain Sensible collection.
What?
This is my Captain Sensible. Yeah. So
Yeah, I think I recognize that first one right there.
Yeah, this is the What single. It's What and the Happy Talk.
I think that's the only one I have.
Well, I got more.
Hey, I like your shirt.
Oh yeah, thanks. I love it. I was gonna wear my Captain Sensible shirt, but I forgot. Yeah. And this is actually it fits in where as well. This one's Revolution Now. You got talk about copyright violations.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's just on black vinyl. So and then Women and Children First. This is my childhood. I didn't know these terms, so I guess that's what you're supposed to do when your ship is sinking and women are supposed to.
It's also a great Van Halen album.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, and Captain Sensible.
Yeah, I mean, this is great because I don't know a whole lot about Captain Sensible. I mean, I knew his Watt record, and I know he's from the Damned, and I got to talk to him briefly once. A very nice guy, but I'm very uneducated about what he put out solo-wise.
Yeah, he was after and still with the Damned, he just kind of did some solo stuff, and he was kind of like a romantic type of guy. He would sing songs about women and about and just kind of like show tunes and things, and it was like, well, obviously, and it was kind of fun. And I don't know what I got kind of got used, kind of just gravitated to him. Plus, this one is Day in the Life of. It's kind of a compilation album. So these album covers that he had or pictures back. So, and I have some of these albums you'll see, but
he put out all those albums.
Yeah, well, yeah, he had a lot of albums. Like,
wow.
Well, I can name a few, but this is like. Oh shoot! Well, I'll show you the albums. This one's chock full of goodies, and it's got him kind of, he's always got his little shtick.
That's like Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, a little bit. He did whatever he could, but it had some of the remix. This one, okay. So then he did kind of like what Devo did with Dove the Band of Love. He created his own kind of like fake band called Naz Nomad and the Nightmares.
What?
Yeah.
What year was that?
84. I was going to say 84 just to verify. So, and it was a Give Daddy the Knife, Cindy, and it was kind of like it's just got a bunch of songs in it and stuff, and it's very psychedelic and things.
Oh.
And it's kind of like gives you that 50s, 60s vibe, kind of thing. It was kind of more 60s, I guess, but it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Wow.
This one with the Power of Love, where you see him on the one side like this, and then you're like, what the heck?
Holy balls! Look at him there.
He's like he gets from his punk look to his dress up.
To his Heaven 17 look. He looks like he's Heaven 17 or like.
Yeah, this was the Christmas one called Christmas Catalog, and it actually the beard is like a foamy.
No way! It's on the cover.
It's on the cover. They stuck it on there, so. Fortunately, I've been, saving up these, protect it, and it's got 4 songs on it. It's got Relax. He redid the Frankie Goes to Hollywood song.
No way.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool because he did a lot of samples in it. In my video, I talk about how he did the thing from that movie Coma, which is a really weird reference, but so there's cool. That. Yeah, that's it. It's got and the songs. I love the songs. I listen to them a lot.
I'm glad you're doing more videos, Peter. It's great.
This one's there are more snakes than ladders. Again, as an American kid, I think it's called not snakes and ladders, but shovels and ladders. I don't know, but in England they call it snakes and ladders. But it's a gay board game. Somebody on the chat will probably say something. So there's that.
Wow.
This one I think is colored. Well, I've got some of these are colored vinyl.
I've never seen such a big Captain Sensible collection. This is great.
And the last one was just a record store I worked at over here too. It's called Recycled Records in Hermosa Beach, California. But it's a picture disc. It's Stop the World, and I gotta get there you go.
Oh yeah.
It's got him on the front with some more pictures, and then the back he's flying around the world, and it's pretty cool. So, all right, that's my Captain Sensible.
Okay, so let me ask you, of those things that you showed us, what is the hardest to find one, or do you know what they're valued at? Like, what's the?
I don't. I say, so I'm kind of hoping you know.
I know very little about him.
So long, I don't know.
You should look him up on Discogs. I'm just interested to know which. which one of those is really, because I haven't seen most of those. I've never seen most of those. So,
and some of them are actually, one of them I know is an English import. When I traveled in the late '80s to Norway and Scotland, I bought a lot of records. I got an Iggy Pop record that I like a lot. That was, from there. And I was like, wow, that's worth something now. So,
well, yeah, a lot of people, some people in the chat are saying that they had no idea Captain Sensible put out that much stuff. Me too. Me too. Hey, Glug is here. Our friend Glug is here. That's funny. Hey, so my friend Ed is backstage here, and I think he's going to show us something. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready, Ed. So he's getting ready, and yeah, so that was cool, Peter. Thanks for sharing that.
Glad to do it.
I'm going to have to go check out that video now.
Well, I think you just saw the video. Except it's outdoors and there's bushes behind you. I don't know, whatever.
There's bushes behind you. I can't wait to see it.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah, cheers. Let's do this. I have to pour another glass of this, so I have to finish this one. So.
Yeah. Good deal. Oh,
very good. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Hey, thank you, Peter.
All right.
I'll see you in the chat, brother.
Okay.
All right. So Ed, when he's ready, I'll get him on here. I think he's still getting ready. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready, Ed. In the meantime, what is Carlin Reed? What is sharts and splatters? What are you talking about there, Carlin? I'm interested to know what sharts and splatters is. Shoots and ladders. Oh, okay. It was a comment on shoots and ladders. That's funny. But yeah, we're glad to see Glug here. He's our young friend who comes in here every Thursday now, and I'm really glad to see you, Glug. Thank you for coming in. I don't think we'll be doing noise tonight. We won't be doing any noise jams, but we are talking about music. So, Ed, are you ready yet, brother? Yeah, I think I see a thumbs up. Okay, I do see a thumbs up. Okay, my friend Ed's coming on. Everybody welcome my friend Ed from North Carolina. How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
I'm good. What are you going to show us?
Greetings and salutations from the I'm still working on how to get this camera.
What? Uh-oh. He was working on how he got his camera, and his camera worked him, it seems. Camera said, nope, not today. Anyway, he'll be back. Now we have our friend Glug here, and Glug, again, like I said, we're not really doing noise tonight, but if you have something you want to show us musically or music-wise, a record, a tape, a CD, I don't even know if you have a music collection, my friend, but if you'd like to show us something, you can do that. I'll wait till Glug gives me a sign that he's ready to come on if he wants to come on. But let's see here in the chat if I'm missing something. Oh yeah, here we. So Tim, I already told him if you have any music records or whatever you'd like to show. Okay, cool. So we're gonna wait for Glug because I don't see him on camera yet. And in the meantime, let me Let me pour some wine. Oh, I see Abnorm is backstage as well. So as soon as we get this going, we're gonna get Abnorm in there. He's gonna tell us some stuff about some music, hopefully. Hey, thank you everybody for being here, and thank you for the thumbs ups. I always say the thumbs ups, they like the thumbs ups. What they do is they walk up to the algorithms of YouTube, and they pet the algorithms, and they make the algorithms purr and feel good, and it just makes the YouTube magic happen when those thumbs ups happen. So I appreciate that. And right now, I have a lot of thumbs ups. I have more thumbs ups than I would expect. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. You are much appreciated, my friends. Now let's get Abnorm on here. My friend Abnorm.
Hey, Michael. How you doing?
How you doing, man? Good to see you again.
Okay, so a little bit different media. I have it's a USB video. This is a Australian band called the Necks. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're kind of minimalist jazz, but they're really noisy. They start out with just 3 people kind of playing minimalist noisy stuff, and then it kind of drifts, and it kind of turns into something that sounds like music, and then it kind of drifts off and turns into noise again. So but they're kind of serious musicians, so it's not just complete crap like what I was doing with you guys before. So but, these guys have been around for a long time. A lot of stuff on CD. I don't think they have a lot of stuff on vinyl because a lot of their things are like full 60-minute long pieces. So,
but that's live. Now, when was that recorded?
I got this a couple of years ago. I don't know. I can't remember for sure.
So pretty recently. When did they start? Do you know?
I'm going to say they've been around at least 20, 30 years. I mean, they've been
really. Wow, I've never heard of them.
Probably,
I love them.
at least 20. I've managed to see them a couple times. I was going to see them last year before COVID hit and shut down their tour. So hopefully next year.
I love the name of the band.
So
I love the Necks.
I have another.
That's cool. What else you got?
Another USB. This is from a band called Ufo Mammoth.
Whoa.
From Italy. They're kind of space doom metal.
Space doom metal? That sounds great.
That's the kind of stuff I like. Anyways, they made for their 15th anniversary, I think, they made a documentary kind of covering their band history. And then they did a full hour plus set of a lot of their old songs. And I've got that on DVD, but then they also issued a special wooden USB thumb drive with their custom art. And I got a lot of their artwork.
That is really cool.
The guys in the band are part of a art collective that makes a lot of artwork for.
You know, that's one thing I don't even think I have one release in my collection that was on USB. Not one. How many do you have?
I think this is it. I think this is all I got. And these
just
are
two.
I just leave laying around.
Yeah, I've never purchased or I've never collected an album that was released on USB. It's really interesting to me. You know, the Devo book, speaking of USB, the first plan for the Devo book was that the book was going to be, the same as it is now, one book that you flip into two or whatever, but we were going to have in the spine a USB plugged in there, which would have extra images. It would have, interviews. It would have all kinds of stuff packed on that USB. But what happens typically is those things get pushed off the list after the company decides that they don't want to pay for that. It's too expensive or whatever. But that was the plan, is to have a USB in the spine of the book that had all kinds of extra stuff, like live photos, just anything that wasn't really good enough to put in the book. We were just going to cram onto this little USB thing, but that didn't happen. Yeah. But it's good because it's kind of good because all of that material that would have been on that USB would have then been out in the public and not new to anybody. So now we still have all that stuff to use somehow, I really wish it was more legally easy to release all the old Devo interviews. There are some classic Devo interviews that I grew up listening to that changed the way I thought about the world, but it's just not real easy to get the DJs or the radio stations who did it or the TV stations to give the rights over to do that. And I don't even know what would go into that, but it would probably be more hassle than it's worth. But thanks for showing us those things, Abner. We're going to see if I can get some more people in here. But we'll see you in the chat, my friend.
All right. Take care.
Do you now, brother? Okay, so now we have my friend Ed. He's back. What's up, Ed?
How you doing?
What you got?
Well, last week you were talking about you had picked up a Ventures album. I guess
yeah.
Made some statement that you didn't know much about them, and I'm a huge collector. This was
You're a Ventures collector, really?
Yeah, one of the first bands I ever got into. My dad had an album. He had this one, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you.
Well, let me just tell you really quick. It was one of the first bands I ever heard as well. And the first one I ever had when I was a kid, I probably inherited from my brother or my sister, but it was the blue cover with the orange lettering that said Wipeout really big on it.
Okay, yeah.
That was the first Ventures I ever heard.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have that one here out.
But how did you become such a huge Ventures fan?
Well, my dad had this one. It was some of the first stuff I learned how to play guitar too,
Yeah.
Okie Edwards and the boys were really, really good at. And this was a gatefold.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
That came out in the girl in the gold bikini. And for years and years and years, I didn't know who she was. And thanks to the internet, she was a playmate and Playboy playmate from like 1971 named Chris Cranston. And she actually did a match game as a contestant. And years and years ago, she was on like Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In and stuff. But some other ones you can find really out there. They're not expensive, but they're great listens. This is the classic surf rock stuff. I'm sorry, the slide's not that good.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
This is a surfing one. It's got Pipeline and Windy and Warm and Surf Rider and all the great surfing songs. And this is really what their forte was the surf rock.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
And then they covered about everything in the world. This one they did all the themes, the Batman theme and Green Hornet. And
I love that
great
cover.
TV shows from the 60s. And then I've got a couple of really cool, rare ones that I like a lot. This one's got like a Wild Thing. Oops. I like
Oh, well, I've never seen that one either.
Girls on the front. And then this one, you don't see it much, but it's really cool. It's got like Born to Be Wild and Sunshine of Your Love and Light My Fire's kind of got a demonic cover.
Wow, look at that.
Really, really edgy for what they were doing.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, if you see this one in the wild, again, find it for $2 or $3, and it's well worth the listens. They were like the biggest selling band in Japan ever. So there's all kinds of, this is an import, a very flimsy cover from overseas. It's got, Oriental writing on it.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I have, other than the ones that you just saw, you can see I've got them laid out on the table here. I've got 23 sitting here.
God, geez. I have no idea you were so into them.
Yeah, they're very, I have one that, where they did Shaft and Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves and stuff. And this one doesn't have Noki Edwards on it. It's, they got another guy, I guess they kicked him out or something. They got another guy named Joel McGee on it. That's they were trying to rebrand themselves with a newer logo. And
Right. Wow.
Trying to be a little more hip or something. This one I see a lot, the Telestar.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one a lot, but every time I see it, it's not in great shape, so I don't pick it up.
Yeah, I got a couple of extras of that one, and then this one you'll see a lot too. It's just they had a big hit with the Wave 5's theme that they covered.
Oh, right, yeah, wow.
And they got some live stuff. There's a lot of, you get into the later years and they started knocking out stuff like this, which is just, a greatest hits kind of thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
And some songs they did the Good, Bad, and the Ugly theme, which is not really that good in surf rock.
Right.
Some stuff just doesn't stick, but they covered everything from Beatles songs to Chet Atkins to whatever was on the top of the pops at the moment. And they have a great album. I got it on CD. I don't have it out here. I just don't have a version of it right now on vinyl. It's a space one, Out of Limits is what it's called.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. And again, every time I find it, it's in crap shape, so I don't get it.
They're about like old country albums or Cheech and Chong albums. People used to get really messed up listening to them and leave them out. And
thank goodness.
Records.
Thank goodness people listen to records all messed up. But yeah, I mean, I always keep my eyes open for venture stuff for sure. So yeah, thanks for showing me that stuff.
Yeah, like I said, again, the stuff is relatively cheap these days. Even if you find it in a record store, they're $5, $7, if that.
Yeah, for sure. I'll keep my eyes
open. An hour you listen. And,
that's awesome.
I wanted to get with you too on what else we were doing. I've got a few.
Yeah, we've got a video planned, and I was waiting for something to come in the mail, and I'll tell you about that this weekend when I call you. But it's really fantastic, and it'll really kind of tie the whole video together and make it special. So we'll talk about that this weekend.
Awesome. I appreciate you having me on, and like I said, if you find some, grab it up and spin it. It's good vinyl.
I will. Thank you for your time, my friend. We're going to get another person on here now.
We'll see you
later, Ed. That's cool. All right. So I want to say hi to my friend Hot Frog. He's fairly new to the channel, and he's been getting really into music lately. And actually his channel has now started to post music related videos, which I don't know if he's done a whole lot of. So Hot Frog, welcome. I want to somehow help you beef up your record collection. Maybe we can do a trade at some time or something. I don't know, but Hop Frog is just now starting to collect records again. I guess after he got rid of his records back in the day, and saw a recent video he did about his love of music, and it was cute. And glad to see Hop Frog here. Andrew Renwick, what's up? Down Under. Let's see what this says. Hello from Down Under, Michael. Trying to get a close up of your hat. Oh, this is Blondie. This is Blondie, Andrew. Blondie hat. I did some work for Blondie for years, and so I got some free merchandise from them, and this is one of them. A nice pink Blondie hat with a bunch of photos of Blondie on it. That's all Blondie there, see? Yeah. So anyway, I did some work for them and got some free merch out of the deal, right? Yeah, Hop Frog, Miss Pudwina. What's up? I love Hop Frog too. You know what? Just met him, but I can tell he's a good guy. Not met him, met him this way, met him on the YouTubes. All right, so let's see if our Glug friend is ready to do something. Glug, you there? I don't see you on camera, but I'll put you up here if you want me to. I noticed your microphone is also muted, so I'll wait till Glug gives me a sign that he's ready to join us, and then I'll throw him up there. The Australians have entered the chat. Hey, Lee Victor. Of course you love Hardcore Devo because you're a smart girl. Smart girl, Lee Victor. Hey, Ann. You're late tonight, but you're not really late tonight. Glug, you just take your time, my friend. No rush. You take your time, Glug. Hello, Ann. Nice to see you. I am getting ready to drink some more wine, Ann. How about you? Cheers. Nice to see you, Ann. Hey, Ann, by the way, we still need to work out you autographing a couple of those Dickies singles for my friend Tim, who's the moderator tonight, and also a guy named Martin Jones, who's another YouTube guy who did a video for me, and he showed his singles. So we're going to get these people to mail them to me, hopefully, and then we'll get you to come over and sign them, okay? And we'll do that on a video maybe. So any Dickies fans out there who have the Marry Me Ann 7-inch, I believe My Pop the Cop is on the other side of it, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Dickies, band from the Valley, California, started in the 70s, still going strong. Ann was the subject of a Dickies song back in the day called Marry Me Ann because she was married to the guitarist for some time. And so I was the first person, I guess, to ever ask Ann to sign that single. And I did a little video and showed it. And now some other Dickies fans are requesting the same thing. So, Ann, you're going to have some signing on your hands, hopefully. Everybody loves Ann. Okay, so I think I was behind. I was at dinner. What about your behind? Lee Victor is saying something about her behind and having it for dinner. Lee, did you have your own behind for dinner? I think that's what you just said. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Lee Victor just ate her own ass for dinner. Hey, it's just what I'm reading, okay? It's just what I'm reading. And yeah, we got to get you to sign some singles, and I'll reach out to this guy Martin and get him my address, and we'll get those things over here so you can sign them. Levi basically with and I spent on. I don't know what that means. I hope Lee's been drinking. That would explain. Levy basically with I spent. Well, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I love it. So let me just do this because I love this thing. This is one of my favorite noisemakers, probably my favorite noisemaker in the world. It's a modified circuit vent baby room monitor. And people who've seen my streams before are very familiar with this noisemaker and probably afraid of it. But I love this thing. And I just want to make a little noise. Hey, Ian Shannon, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. I just want to make this make noise for a second because I just need a fix every now and then. Okay, here we go. So this was given to me by some street punks in Canada. Street punks in Canada who, one of the guys was really brilliant at circuit bending stuff. So this was a gift to get them backstage to see Devo. and which happened. And here we go. I got this maybe 10 years ago, and it still works great. Here we go. Ready? Now, see what's happening here is that this baby room monitor has all these punk rock spikes glued all over it, and all of these punk rock spikes are touch sensitive. So if I turn it on, so anyway, it's just a bunch of hellacious stuff coming out. It's like the power of Satan comes out of this thing, and it's beautiful. So anyway, I love this toy. I just had to make some noise for you because that's what I do. Mute the computer. Yeah, the dogs are fucking scattering now. It's all great. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Yeah, I know, Ann. I know. Your dogs go crazy, whatever. They'll get used to it eventually. Believe me, when you and I eventually move in together and have children, this is going to be going off all the damn time. So just get used to it, okay? We're not going to really have children. When I say have children, I mean buy records and cats. Cats and records, you know what I mean. Don't worry, I'm just kidding. All right, so Lee Victor responds about her ass eating. Let's see. Do not drink voice text. What? I'm going to drink to that. I'm drinking to that. Jesse Van Anglin. Anglin? Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Those are some sweet sounds. I love noise. I've always been into noise. When I was a little kid, I like noise. I like repetitive noise. I like what's called difficult listening music, industrial stuff. I also like some really poppy pop, sweet, sugary pop stuff. So Ken Van Tessel asks, Devo 5K in 2021. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Devo 5K, actually it's called 5K Devo, is a race that we've had every year for the past 4 years, I think. And this year, or last year, it had to be virtual, of course. But anyway, it's a race that we have that's a Devo theme, the band Devo, and usually happens in Ohio. And I mean, who knows? You know, Ken, nobody knows what's happening in 2021. I don't know what's happening. I'm just waiting around to be told if we can do stuff like that. Cats Not Kids, Lee Victor, I love you. I love you with the Cats Not Kids thing. Thank you. Cats Not Kids. That's one of my 10 commandments, basically, in my religion. That's one of my 10 commandments that the cats made up for me, because the cats are gods, so they make their own 10 commandments. And the first one on the list, I think, is Cats Not Kids, if I'm not mistaken. We have to have a Devo Potato Sack Race 2021 virtually. Everybody gets on screen, hops around in there. I love the idea of potato sack races in general. I think they can solve a lot of problems in the world. The virtual 5K, I mean, it was great because, you know what, the 5K t-shirts and the medals and all that stuff that was made for the 5K last year, it was excellent. Some of my favorite medals and shirts of the 5K history. So pretty happy about that. Sophia likes the Cats Not Kids. Sophia, I'm dying for you to do another music video where you play your bass. God, I like them so much. And I know that you've probably improved your skill since the last time you posted a video. So I think it's time, Sophia, that you tackle another Devo song or something, another song. So what do we have going on here? You've begun training for the 5K. Is that right, Sophia? Is that what I'm getting? That's cool. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm all caught up. I don't think anybody's got questions that I haven't answered yet. Glug, if you're around, I see you backstage, still muted and still not on cam. So let me know if you're going to be with us at any time soon. And Sophia's taught herself a lot of new songs. That's cool. Oh, okay, Glug's ready now. Okay, Glug, we're going to have you on, brother, to talk about some music. Here's our buddy Glug. There he is. He's got his mic muted right now, but he's got some kind of devilish demon thing. Oh, wait, Glug 2's on another one. Hold on. Let's get him out of here, and let's get this on here. And what is going on, Glug? What are you doing? I'm not sure which one to put on, Glug. You messing with me? Don't mess with me. Okay, Glug's on. He's backstage twice. Let's just put him back. Let's just put. Okay, now there's only one. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, Glug.
I was sharing the screen of your stream.
What's that?
I was sharing my screen, but then I put on your live stream.
Oh, listen to this, Glug. Do you hear my cat?
Yes.
Meowser. What do you need? Meowser. Hold on, she's coming over. Come here. Come on, what are you crying about? Oh, she just wants attention. Okay, so Glug, what do you got for us? Did you buy any music? Get any music lately?
No, I just wanted to show your live stream. That's actually it.
You just wanted to what? Oh, show my live stream.
Yeah. So yeah, I just showed your live stream. That's what that was.
But we always appreciate you coming by, Glug, and we hope that I hope that I'm entertaining in some way to you. And we like you, and we want you to discover more music and more noise makers. For next time that we all get together and make noise, I want you to bring some new noise makers with you. Have you found any new ones lately?
No, actually, because I haven't been looking for them.
Right. Put that on your list, because you always come up with some great ways to make noise. I'm always impressed with the toys that you find that make cool noises, or the bubble wrap that you had. All that stuff is really interesting to me. So, but we appreciate you being a regular here now, Glug. So you're welcome back anytime.
Do you want to see me become an Amazon box?
Do I want what? Who?
Do you want to see me become an Amazon box?
Do I want to see you become an Amazon? I guess we'd all like to see you become an Amazon box. How does that work? What kind of magic is that?
It's a costume I made.
Okay, here we go. A costume. He's going to put on his Amazon box costume right now. Get ready, people. This is the highlight of our event tonight. I'm gonna drink wine while he becomes an Amazon box.
But
okay,
I won't be able to hear it because I'm gonna have to take off my headphones to put on the box.
That's cool. We're not saying anything important. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Here we go, everybody. He's gonna become an Amazon box. Yeah, look at that. And he positioned that arrow to be a smile. That's really great. 3 cheers for Glug. That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. That was great. So I saw you positioned the little smiley face to be your mouth. That's great. Now, that's a pretty big Amazon box. What came in that?
It was like I don't even remember.
It's probably a severed head, right?
Yeah, probably.
Well, Glug, you're fantastic. And I dug the posters on your wall. I saw some posters on your wall. You got a cool room there.
Wait, what posters?
I thought there was something on your wall back there.
Wait, I have a few posters. Which ones did you see?
I saw one that's blue with a face on it or something.
Oh, that one?
I don't know what it was. I just saw a second of it, but it looked like you have some cool decorations. So that's awesome. Yeah, one of my favorite things when I was a kid, Glug, is when I could decorate my room, right? Put stuff on the walls. Of course, you can see I love putting stuff on my walls, but ever since I was a kid, I filled my walls full of stuff, I don't know why. But yeah, it's good to see you, brother. And, come on over whenever you want to. Oh, Vinyl Richie's here. Hey, what's up, Vinyl Richie? We're just talking records and music and Devo and stuff. And we got our friend Glug here. Hey, Glug, so we're going to go back to the chat. But thanks for showing us your box costume. That was awesome. I think you should be that for Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on being.
Really? An
Yeah.
Amazon?
But I have another one. I have another costume like that goes on your torso. And so I could put on them both probably.
Really? Like right now? Maybe
I
next time.
well, no,
Next
not
week.
right now because I
Next
don't know
week.
I don't know where the other box is
All
right
right, let's
now.
do it next week. All right.
Okay, I'll try and find the other box.
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna go back to the chat. I'll get you off the video, but it was good seeing you, man. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Glug. He's so cool. That guy's so cool. So Vinyl Richie. Yeah, Sophia. Let me tell you about Sophia, Vinyl Richie. Sophia is a Devo fan who has come to this thing we have in Ohio called Devotional. And it's a Devo fan convention that's happened almost every year for the last 20 years. And I met Sophia maybe 3 or 4 years ago at Devotional, and she came dressed completely in a homemade Devo costume. And by the way, she's like 16 right now, if I remember correctly, right? Sophia, I believe you're 16. So a few years ago, I met her. She was a teenager. She came totally suited up in this awesome Devo suit. And then every year that she's been there, she's been dressed in complete cool custom-made Devo wear, and awesome kid. And she has a YouTube channel where she plays some Devo songs. She's learning how to play bass. Just awesome, prolific, creative person. So yeah, Sophia, you have some new subs now. Vinyl Richie, let me just tell everybody, he's a pretty big player, I guess, in the vinyl community right now. He's got a lot of videos, interesting stuff. He's got a really kind of wide taste of music. He likes a lot of punk stuff, which I can really get into. And anyway, I'm just starting to know a lot of these people from the vinyl community. So I'm really glad you guys are coming over here to hang out with us. We do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. EST, and it's just me and Super Chat Charlie. He's here. He's got a light up toilet, and he's so rock and roll it hurts. And we got Jesus Simmons here. We got him. We got all kinds of weird stuff going on. We got noisemakers that we play every now and then. You know, we just like to have a little fun here on Thursdays. Hey, bye, Glug. You have to go eat. Eat something for me too. All right. See you later, Glug. We love you here. All right. So, Vinyl Richie, if you have anything that you want to talk about as far as a recent vinyl CD tape thing that you got that you want to show us, I really like that kind of thing. I'm really trying to get people to show some music stuff tonight. Maybe 1 or 2 things. I don't know if you just collect vinyl or if you're into like CDs and cassettes and reels or whatever you're into, but I would love to see something interesting from your collection. Maybe you have any Devo stuff you want to show, because you know me and Devo are like that. So I'd love to see some Devo stuff if you're into it. Lee Victor says every day is Halloween for Devo, I would say. Yeah, the Amazon arrow is a subliminal smile, Keith Adams says, but Glug made it an actual smile, didn't he? Yeah, Glug is the coolest 10-year-old. Who said that? Let's see who said that. Spud Byro. Yeah, I agree. He's the coolest 10-year-old I know. And he's a regular at our channel, which I kind of like. Okay, Sophia might hop on soon. Okay, so if Tim, if you could plop that invite link into the chat again, so we can either get Vinyl Richie or Sophia or both of them on here if they so desire. I'd love to see them up here. Or Lee Victor, anybody who wants to talk a little bit about some music from their collection, I'd love to see it. This wine gets better and better every glass, you know? So what else do I have to talk about? I'm going to go thrift shopping tomorrow, I believe. Now, today we had some snow in North Carolina, which isn't all that common. But I did wake up this morning very early to about 1.5 inches, something like that, of snow outside on my car. But I tell you, by the time I went to get breakfast at 5:30, something like that in the morning, it was already starting to melt and become slushy. So it wasn't there for very long, but it was a beautiful sight. So I didn't, you missed the snow, of course, Ann, because you were sleeping. I'm up weird early hours, so I got to see the snow, thank goodness. I got to drive in the snow. But like I said, the streets were already just a bunch of slush and water. I really like when the streets are kind of icy and snowy, and I'm driving out there and nobody's out there in the early morning. It's really fun to drive in the snow, like kind of fishtail a little bit and, screw around with it. But anyway, Nobby! Nobby's here. Nobby Noble. I love that name. Yeah, no casual shopping here in the UK with COVID. Well, our thrift stores are open. Flea markets open from time to time. Of course, everybody's masked up and trying to stay away from each other. But even Anne says she's lately been up from 2 a.m. to 6. What in the heck for? What are you up so at weird hours for, Anne? You're not working, huh? Where you go, Leon? Oh, no, Leon. I go to Bojangles Chicken and Biscuits, which is a very southern, a very fast food fried chicken and biscuits place that I'm addicted to. I go there at least 3 or 4 times a week. And that's my very unhealthy start to every morning. But, menopause. Oh, my goodness, Anne. And I think it's because you haven't signed enough Dickies records. Once you sign enough Dickies records, then you'll be able to sleep when you want to sleep. But yeah, Leon, Bojangles is what I'm addicted to. I just got home. Sorry, I spent my behind on seafood. I'm snorting over here about Lee. That's cool, Lee. I love that you're here, Lee. Thank you very much. Bo Tots. They don't have tots at Bo. No, Bojangles has French fries. They have what are they called? They're not Bo Tots. They're Bo Round. They're like hash browns, but they're round, but they have onions in them. So I don't eat them because I don't like the onions in the hash browns. It was all fresh flakes. Lee says it snowed all day where she was, but it was all fresh flakes. Nice. Yeah. So, and Lee taking meds every morning, 4 a.m. here. Okay. Wow. What are you taking meds for, Nubby? Not to pry. Who the hell's Zeb? Stop talking about Pilmer's knob. That is not something we want to talk about. Yeah. Bow rounds. Yeah. Bow rounds. Yeah. I love the Bojangles, man. French fries with extra seasoning, a dark brown biscuit. Could be sausage, egg, and cheese. Could be chicken. Meowser, can I help you? Here she comes. What do you need? Come here. What are you crying for? You got everything. All right, Meowser, you're going to come up here and say hi. Oh, here she comes. Oh, 16 pounds or whatever she is. Come here, Meowsy. There she is. Hi, honey. How you doing? You looking for some attention? Come here. Oh, look at that. Look at this girl here. She's so pretty. What a pretty girl this is right here. Look at her. She just wants some attention. Sorry, guys. I have to take a little Meowser time here. She needs some attention. Daddy's been looking at the camera too long, and Meowser needs some loving, right? She likes this. She likes me to pull her ears. Oh, yeah, she likes that. Oh, my goodness. Good girl, honey. Good girl. What are you looking for, honey? Just some love. Thank you for your service, Meowser, and being a god on this planet. These cats are gods. You guys know that, right? And this cat is in control of everything right now. I know, honey. You're so happy, aren't you? Here. You give me a kiss? You gonna give me a kiss? No, she says, I just want to be petted. Sorry, guys. I'm not paying attention to the chat because I'm loving on my cat right now, but I'll get back to you in a second. All right, so you going now, Meows? Don't tip over the wine. That would not be a good idea. All right, Meows, or I'll put the wine on the floor if you want to be that way. And don't mess up my Baphomet shirt, Meowser. Jeez. So, what do we have here? Jake. Bowberry biscuits for the wake and bake munchies. Man, I'm telling you what, you don't even need to wake and bake to appreciate a Bojangles biscuit of any kind. Oh, pancreas. So 4 a.m. meds. I have daily. Well, Nubby, good luck with your medical situation there. But yeah, my cats wake me up every morning at 4 or 4:30, which I don't mind at all. If I'm going to be woken up by anything, let it be a cat. It's just the most beautiful thing to have a cat in your face when you wake up in the morning. To me, some people couldn't do it, but I love it. You all right, boy, hanging out with the old retirees at Bojangles. Well, you know, it's funny. Back before COVID, I actually did hang out with the regulars at Bojangles every morning. Typically a bunch of old black men, and they're talking loud and having the greatest conversations, and they would always call me senior citizen because they would always try to convince me to try to go up to the counter and ask for the senior citizen discount when I know that they're not going to give me that because you have to be 65 or older. But they were just razzing me, so they always call me senior citizen. And but back when there used to be people eating in the restaurant, but now it's just like a drive-through and then walk in and take out. You can't really sit in the restaurant, I don't think so. In any case, that's my addiction every morning. Bojangles. And they were so nice to me. They always give me cool stuff. They gave me a Bojangles pandemic mask. They gave me a 40th anniversary t-shirt. They always hook me up with stuff. They're really cool. They always say good morning to me. They're always very nice. Let's see here. Yeah, Lee Victor. Lee Victor, when you come out to North Carolina, we're going to go to Bojangles, and you're going to be blown away. You're going to be like, where have I been all my life? Why have I not been eating this my whole life? You're totally going to kind of do that. Nobby, wow, that sounds like quite a regiment you have there with your medicines and stuff, but it sounds like you have it down pat, like it's no issue for you. It sounds like you've got it down to a science. You do it when you need to do it, and that's all good. That's great. All right, so what were we doing? Were we going to have somebody up here, or were we gonna, what am I doing? Am I just drinking more? What am I doing? What else do I have to say or do? I'm not sure. Did you see the Baphomet shirt I got, everybody? I'm so psyched about that. Thank you, Middle of Beyond. Nice people, them. It's that special spice they put on the fries. It's called seasoning. And yes, they know that every time I get my fries, the fries have to be extra crispy, well done, and they have to have a shit ton of seasoning on them because it keeps me young and thin. See? All that seasoning on those fries. I don't know if it's meat tenderizer or just salt or whatever it is, but keeps me looking young. Drink. Thank you, Dennis. Dennis Killaney here, my yo pal. Have you said yo yet, Dennis? Yeah, I bury my fries and that stuff. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Cheers, Dennis. Yo. Dennis, I miss you. I miss everybody. We have to hang out maybe one day. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, where's Sophia? I thought Sophia was coming on. Are you here? Where are you? I don't see you backstage. I don't see you, Sophia. Come on in. Come on in, my friend Sophia. Come on in. Nobby says, yep, weed helps for the pain, and I am prescribed medicinal cannabis. And let's see. Let me put that on the screen. Weed helps for the pain, and I am prescribed medicinal cannabis and have possession of a can card. Oh, yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, that's great. I mean, there are certain states here in the U.S. that allow that to be legal. I don't live in one of them. My friend Tim does. He has a card, which is pretty great. I need Happy Dog, Swenson's, and Biago's in Cleveland, Lee Victor says. Yeah, I need Cleveland in general. I would love to go back there and see all you guys there. And I miss those Thursday night parties before the devotional. I miss them so much. Yeah, weed is a great medicine. Weed's a great, I don't know, anything. It's a great snack. It's a great medicine. It's a great friend. Okay, hey, I see Sophia. And as soon as she gives me the thumbs up, we'll put her on the screen. And yeah, that's great to see Sophia. Oh, look at that. There's the thumbs up. There's the thumbs up. Okay, here we go. Our great friend and big supporter of this channel, Sophia Swingle. Here she is. Yes.
Hello.
Oh my
What's
goodness,
up?
it's good to see you. Look at that shirt.
Yeah, I got my shirt.
Is it fit good?
It's very big, but if I wear it with like a high-waisted skirt, it looks great.
Is that a
So I'm
small?
happy about that. It's the small, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah,
like
we
that
tried to get
small
them.
person.
We tried to get them to make those in a girl's cut shirt, but they just don't do that. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
I don't know if you've looked at their site. They make a lot of button-down shirts for basically
yeah.
horror movies or like stuff like Ghostbusters and stuff.
For nerdy old men.
Yeah, they're basically for nerdy old men. So for them to
Yeah.
do a girl cut shirt would be something way out of line for them. So
Yeah.
we've tried and tried and tried, but they just were not into it yet. So, but I
Mhm.
think, you know, one day if demand is big enough, we could do a pre-sale on girl cut shirts and see what happens. Because as long as we do them on a pre-sale, then we only make what we sell, and then we're not, you know. I'm going to try to convince them to do that one day. But anyway, it looks good on you
That'd be cool,
regardless.
yeah. Thank
And
you.
it looks like the print, the randomized print, fell in
Yeah.
good places. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I love it.
I only saw one person from the UK that bought one where the collar just didn't have anything printed on it.
Oh
It
wow.
was just a total white collar just because of the
Yeah.
randomness of the print. But that was the
Mine's
only
got
one
a
I
little bit
saw.
on it.
It's the only one I saw that kind of had a weird, you know, nothing on the collar. But
Yeah.
that looks great. Anyway, so what are you
Totally,
gonna
yeah.
what are you gonna tell us or show us?
This week I got my friend Maxwell Major. Have you heard of him from? He used to be on the like Devo Facebook.
I remember that name. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he put out a CD. He's a musician. He's put out music before, but he's never put out physical. And I had to get his new CD.
What's it sound like?
It's called Workforce of the World. It's very kind of like para-ubu, very like dry, mechanical, Devo-esque rock music. He's got like I say para-ubu because he's got a very like David Thomas voice. Like David Thomas meets Jello Biafra, kind of. It's really smart. His lyrics are always really smart. He's a great musician. I'm really happy to know him. And it's a great package, very P model. And I like that a lot.
Obviously, the Workforce to the World came from a Devo reference, right?
Yeah, that was like, wasn't that like a bootleg that came out before even the first album or something?
Yeah, and I have a funny story about that bootleg.
Oh, wow.
Workforce to the World was a Devo bootleg. It was a live concert. It had a really interesting full color cover. It was kind of cut and paste magazine images like Devo used to use. And I think, if I remember correctly, the story Mark Mothersbaugh told me was that when that record came out, the people that made the record, I guess, wanted to, you know, make good with Devo. So Devo wasn't mad that they put out the record. So they delivered a box of the records to Mark's house.
Wow.
And also, and I think this is correct, and I'm sorry if I'm not remembering this correctly, but I think this is correct. They also delivered a real human fetus in a jar with the records, which Mark still has.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that he still has it.
I don't know if it's in a jar or if it's like encased in clear glass or whatever it is, but it's this weird human fetus that he
Very
said,
interesting.
Yeah. He said that the guys that did Workforce and I think it was Workforce to the World. I think that was the bootleg, if I remember correctly. But yeah, weird, huh?
Yeah, very weird. I never knew that.
Yeah, not many people do.
Yeah.
So what's the next song that you think you might, not to pressure you, but what's the next song you think you might put on your YouTube page of you playing bass to?
I have no idea because I don't really have any plans coming up for making a new one. I might, but it's just like I'm more focused on other things at the moment. But I might do it sometime.
I love watching you play bass, even if you just came up with something your own. Or something, but I think the bass playing is really entertaining.
Yeah.
What are you working on right now then?
Just like learning songs on bass. I told you a little bit about Tism, that Australian band that I really like. I taught myself a few of their songs on bass just because I was bored, and they have some really good bass lines. Seriously, if we meet up, I have 1 second.
Wow.
I have to run across the room because I want to show you this. I only own one Tism thing because they're super Australian and they only ever made things for Australia. I have the CD. It was the CD that made them popular. The title is Machiavelli and the Four Seasons, and the entire outer album cover is this weird like 60s crooner group mock-up, and on the back, all of the song titles are like variations of the phrase "I love you, baby," and you would only know it's a Tism album because they had the big sticker on. But
Wow.
and then like the insert is just like all the weird and vulgar lyrics to these like garage punk beats techno songs that are aggressively Australian, and I just think that you would get a kick out of that.
That's great. Now, what year did that come out?
This was like, I think this was 1995, and that was like the peak they ever got to being like popular in Australia.
Wow. Yeah, you gotta hit me. You gotta hit me to that stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, I would totally send you a CD of theirs if they all weren't super expensive. Having to import it over. They've been putting out some archival releases recently, which is like the first stuff they've done since like 2005. They released an album called the Omni album, where it's a double record, clear vinyl, and there's complete silence on the entire record. And the whole point is you like read the liner notes and play the record and put on whatever music you want it to be while you're spinning it. They're that kind of band, and people bought it. Like, I wouldn't buy it, but people bought it.
You'll buy it eventually.
Maybe if I ever like get the money.
Well, if it ever happens that we're able to do the physical devotional this year, and we have the Thursday night party at my hotel room, you'll have to bring that CD so we can play it.
Oh, I will. I will make sure that you listen to that CD. And I'm really crossing my fingers that they'll like reissue some of their albums and make them like a reasonable price, because I've been re-listening to their discography in chronological order thanks to the internet, and it's just really fun listening and seeing how a band evolves across their discography.
Yeah.
And I guess you would know that feeling very well.
Yeah. Well, especially, imagine people discovering Devo for the first time and just going chronologically through their albums. Each album has a pretty different sound. And so
totally, yeah.
Yeah. And there's another band, the Cardiacs. I'm sure you know them.
Yeah, I do know of them. I don't know much of their music. I only know like a few songs, but I've been meaning to check them out more. Yeah,
I'm not an expert, but I just know that their physical media is really hard to find. I mean, it's either really expensive or just not able to be found. So that's one of those bands where I'm always like, oh, to have something physical of the Cardiacs would be really cool.
Yeah, and I have been with Tism. They put out a 7-inch of some, like, they covered For Those Who Are About to Rock, the AC/DC song, but they never released it, so they put out that on record. And then they did a live like double CD set of their final ever show, which I've been wanting to get it, but at the same time, just like, I'm not sure what the deal is with shipping things from other countries is now. So like, I'm just like crossing my fingers and waiting impatiently.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, I've been shipped stuff from Japan.
Yeah.
But it has to be a certain size package for them to let it go.
Oh, yeah.
Because, the record label that put out the Devo devotional 7-inch recently, they have a restriction that they can only send, certain size packages, small packages. So I'm waiting for a large package from them, some of those Japanese singles, but they can't ship it yet. So some restrictions apply for countries. Now, I don't have any problem shipping to countries for my eBay sales because they're all small packages, a CD, a tape, a record, but I think bigger things, there's some restrictions. I don't understand it, but whatever.
Yeah. So like, I'm just kind of like waiting for it. Oh, and when I got the CD I just showed you, it came directly from Australia, and it came in this little box that was shaped like sized specifically for CDs, and I had never seen that before, and it was so cute. Have you ever experienced one of those?
A CD box? Of course. I used to use them. Well, every now and then I'll come across them, then I'll use them to ship stuff on eBay. But yeah, they make CD boxes and they make 7-inch record boxes. And
oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know they do that, because whenever I like order one from in the States, it's just like in like one of the generic bubble wrap mailers or whatever you call it.
Yeah, they certainly do make little CD boxes for sure. Yeah.
That's
cool. Well, thanks for showing us stuff.
Yeah, No problem.
Thanks for adding to
fun.
the entertainment here, and it's
Yeah.
good to see you.
Yeah, it was great talking.
So let's hook up again next Thursday.
Totally. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Everybody say bye to Sophia. We love you. See ya. All right, cool. Awesome. Craig Maddie's here. Oh, Craig, what's up? Longtime friend of mine, Craig. Nice to see you. I'm probably missing a whole bunch of stuff in the chat, and I apologize because I was, talking to my friend Sophia there. Now, we have been doing this for 2 hours, and, honestly, I'm getting a little tired and I have to pee. But if there's any real reason we should keep continuing, just let me know. If anybody's having just such a good time and they want to be here longer, I'll try to make that happen. But I do have to pee because I've been drinking more than I've been peeing. You know what that means? It means I'm going to have to pee. So how about this? I'm going to turn Super Chat Charlie on to dance for you for a minute. I'm going to go pee really quick. Okay, here we go. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, people. I'm the quickest pee in the West. Quickest pee in the West. Thank you, Super Chat Charlie. Thank you for your service. Okay. SpongeBob. I don't know anything about SpongeBob. Craig Maddie loves the chat stuff. All right, so feel a lot better since I peed. Sophia. Oh yeah, Wayne knows what's up. What's Wayne know what's up? Who knows what's up? I don't know what's going on in the chat. Totally lost track of their Oh wait, private chat. I got a message in the private chat. Oh, it was Glug. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, everybody. Thanks for all the likes, everybody. I'm noticing the thumbs ups are really great tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that. And certainly I want to send a special thank you out to all the people from the vinyl community who have come here tonight and from the drama community, the Boit. It's appreciated. I like mixing all these different worlds on YouTube together. There's the music community, which blends over into the vinyl community. And then there's the Boit, bottom of YouTube, which often contains a lot of the drama community. And then we got the Devo community in here, pardon me. We have the Devo fan community in here, which is basically the audience I started with. So we're expanding and all that stuff. Hey, CK, was that a question for me? What made you interested in 80s music? Well, I think it was just because of when I was born. I was born in the late 60s. By the time I was old enough to really pay attention to music, it was the 70s. And in the 80s, I was a teenager, right? So I was a teenager, and that's typically when I think you really have opportunity to discover a lot of music, go to see concerts, buy all the records, because you're not, when you're a teenager, you're not paying rent. You don't really have any expenses. So any monies that you earn or that you get from your allowance or however you get money in those days, you were able to spend it on music and concerts and t-shirts. And, so I guess it's just basically when you were born is really what decade you really fixate on, I guess. But the 80s to me was arguably one of the best eras of music because the bands really kind of went over the top with how they looked and how they presented themselves, because that's the era that videos really became popular. So bands really started paying attention to not only how they looked and how they sounded, but how they moved, the concepts behind their videos. So it was just a really interesting time for music. And of course, a lot of records are being sold then, a lot of CDs, all these formats were kind of exploding. There was no internet yet. So the only way you could get music really is physical format. So it was just a really cool time. And yeah, H-Tom C42, also known as Wayne, says there were actual radio stations back then that played great stuff. Yeah, there was radio stations. There were radio stations that had formats like AOR format, album-oriented rock, which is the ones I listen to most often. They played, stuff that was popular at the time, from rock and roll to heavy metal to new wave. But they weren't just, I think what album-oriented rock format meant, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it meant that not only did you play the hit of the band, but you played something else from the album, maybe a B-side, another track, but it was album-oriented rock, and that's how I understood it. Craig Matty says, my first Devo LP I bought was Shout, and it was a cutout record. That's really weird. I hardly ever hear anybody saying that their first record was Shout. Now, I love Shout. Shout doesn't get a whole lot of love in the Devo community as far as what I've seen, but I love Shout. And it kind of threw me off when I first bought it because it didn't have the band on the cover. It was just these two little kids, which I didn't understand at the time, but later it made sense to me. But yeah, Shout threw me for a loop for a second, but I really grew to love it, and I dig that record. Leon threw a chicken bone in here, a chicken leg. That's pretty cool. Shout. Lee Victor loves Shout. Lee Victor's always on time with her loves there. Lee Victor has some good loves. Lee Victor loves some good stuff. She's got the power of love. Craig says, I got a store at Bradley's. It was like fancier than Kmart, but less fancy than Target. What? Zeb says his first Devo was hardcore. Oh my God. What a way to discover Devo. Yeah, Lee has great taste. I'm tasting this right now. Woo! The blood of Jesus. I'm going straight to heaven. You know that song, I'm Going Straight to Heaven? MC 900 Foot Jesus. Anybody into them? I used to love them. I saw them in concert. They were great. Man, there's, it's so active here right now. There's so many people here and, participating in the chat. I feel bad that I kind of want to end things. I've been doing this for 2 hours, you guys. I kind of want to turn it off. And my cat Meowser is dying for my attention. She keeps bringing little toys to me. I mean, you saw her earlier up here meowing at me. She keeps dragging toys to me in here like, Dad, we're ready for you to come feed us and love us and things. So I think I might have to end this soon, my friends. But again, I'm really glad to see so many people from so many different communities in YouTube coming here tonight. It's really made me feel great. Of any recent week, this week in particular has been the one that I've really needed you guys the most. And you've really come through. So many people have come in here and made me feel great tonight. Thank you so much. And Lee says, let's put this on the screen. Lee says, Are We Not Men? Bought on cassette to listen to in my dad's truck when I was about 10 because it had Rolling Stones song on it, Mom's Influence, and looked cool. My dad said, sure. Wow, what a great decision you made, Lee. I mean, in realistic terms, though, can you post in the chat, like, I guess as brief as you can, how important do you think that moment was? I mean, because to me, discovering Devo totally changed my path in life. If that can, I mean, some people that discovered the Beatles back in the day have this same outlook, like the same opinion, where discovering the Beatles totally put them on a different path in life that was a positive one that they still kind of live in that path, and that's how I consider Devo. If I didn't discover Devo at a young age, I don't know what my life would be right now, but it would not be this, and it would not be living my dreams, I'm sure. So I'm wondering if that's the same for you, Lee, because that's a really cool way to discover Devo, is buying something to play in your dad's truck because it had a Rolling Stones reference, and then totally mind blown, like way more than Rolling Stones, right? Like way heavier or way more intense really than Rolling Stones. Oh, Craig Matty's talking about Alien Sex Fiend, which I love that band. That's great. You know, I got a funny Alien Sex Fiend kind of story to tell. You know, they show Yo Gabba Gabba, the kids show that was on years ago, and it had the host, DJ Lance Rock in the orange suit, a friend of mine. DJ Lance Rock is into all kinds of music. He's like a music aficionado. He knows so much and likes so much, such a wide variety of stuff. And one of the bands he likes is Alien Sex Fiend. And I saw a picture of him with some young fans, some kid fans. And I guess he was, you know, he wasn't working at the time. He was out on his own. And he's posing with these little kids in this photo, but he's got an Alien Sex Fiend shirt on. And it's so beautiful. I just love it. I love DJ Lance Rock. Okay, so Lee Victor says, I loved them. It absolutely brought me into that world. My dad and I would go to the record store a few times a month, and I'd chat with the workers. What else should I check out? That's great. That's awesome. That's awesome. So Craig says, one of my favorite Devo CDs was Greatest Misses. None of my friends liked much more than hardcore and punk, and I always liked all different things. I got made fun of for liking a lot of stuff. Me too. I got made fun of by my heavy metal fans for liking, you know, the Go-Go's or whatever, and by my punk rock friends for liking, you know, whatever, stuff that wasn't punk rock. But when I was a teenager, I was committed to kind of being the weirdo who liked Debbie Gibson and Dead Kennedys and Ozzy and whatever else, you know. There's something to be said for being the person that likes stuff that other people don't, you know. Oh wait, SA from Chile. You were at the concert in 2014. I cannot read your language because I'm a stupid American, but SA, I am getting from your message that you're saying hello from Chile, and something about thank you for the concert in 2014. I got to tell you, SA, that was one of the funnest times in my life, was being able to go to South America, Santiago, Chile, to tour with Devo, to meet you, all you fans out there were some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. I miss Santiago so much. I want to go back there so badly, even though when I was walking around in public, I couldn't tell what anybody was saying. I was totally dumb about the language, but I enjoyed myself there so much. I miss it. But thank you for being here, SA. It's nice to see you. And yes, let's all hope Devo returns to South America someday. Nabi saw Devo in 1980 in the UK. That's awesome. Oh, SA, you must have got some of those plastic rings that Mark threw out to the crowd or maybe gave backstage. Mark Mothersbaugh of Devo often has these little weird things that he gives out or throws out to people. And he had all these plastic rings, I remember, for a time. Sophia says, I don't like when subcultures are restrictive. I've seen that a lot now, that the punk look has been greatly commodified. Oh, well, you know, that happened early on. I mean, really, by the time the Sex Pistols became very popular, that look had already been co-opted by, you know, let me tell you my experience of things being co-opted in the punk scene. When I first started going to punk shows, the dancing that punks did was called slam dancing. And slam dancing for the early punks, as far as what I saw, was going in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion in a circle in the crowd and slamming into people here and there and kind of getting your violent vibe on a little bit, but it was all in unison and together. It was like all about doing this dance together. But then when the jocks found out about punk rock, then it became moshing. And then moshing became like football players in there trying to knock each other down and run head on into each other, and like, you know, closeted gay people trying to touch men as much as they could without anybody thinking they were gay. Whatever it was, it totally changed the whole scene. And it went from slam dancing to moshing. I kind of like lost interest in that dance when the jocks discovered it. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Sophia. It's a bummer when stuff gets co-opted. People should be free to express themselves. Well, they are free to express themselves, Sophia, but they're not free from the ridicule they get from the jocks, right? So just take that ridicule, own it, and then throw it back in their face in some way where they can't fight it. The Jocks. Yeah, hell with them. The punk look in the UK was slaughtered by the shiny punks in the gay capitals. Well, that might be a totally different look. That, you know, shiny punks was that new romantic look, like the Duran Duran kind of, or even Zig Zig Sputnik could be considered shiny punks. I liked all that stuff. I kind of like when the punk thing goes off into weird tangents, but when it gets co-opted by like the sporty guys and the muscle guys, and they want to make it all about let's fight, you know, it's like, ugh, boring. Why don't you go play football, dumbass? Trio, I love the band Trio. Is somebody talking about the band Trio in here? Anyway, you guys keep me talking, but I'm trying to end this thing. Okay, so look, let's just say we're going to end it, because I could talk to you guys all night about this stuff, but, you know, I don't want to do a 3-hour stream. I really don't, because then we'll have nothing to talk about next week, right? So let's do this. I'm going to cheers you guys with this little bit of wine I have left here. I really want to thank you all for showing up. I needed you guys this week like nothing else. I had a really rough week. I wanted to socialize so bad with you tonight, and I'm so glad all of you showed up. I saw so many different kinds of people in here. It's so cool. And thank you, Tim, my moderator extraordinaire there, for doing the work you do, and my other mods, Sophia, and everybody else, for keeping an eye on the chat for me. And yeah, so let's do this. Let's plan to be back here next Thursday. Now, coming up on February 6th, we're still planning to do the Devo book review, basically, or the Devo book perusal, where I'll have the Devo paperback book opened, and I'll be flipping through it, and we'll be answering questions with anybody else who has the Devo book. I'm sure a few of you have it. And Jerry Casali, I'm going to try to get him here if time allows to comment on the book. And it's February 6th, Sophia. It's on a Saturday. So I'll do my typical stream on February 4th, Thursday. And then a couple days after that, we'll do the book stream. And I'm going to try to figure out how to do that really soon. I'm going to try to have 2 cameras for me, one for my face, one for the book. Sometimes I have a little trouble with feedback delay from my microphone if I have 2 cameras going, but I'm going to try to do it. We'll try to work it out. Yeah, Ian Shannon. Okay, cool. So anyway, I got to tell you guys, I love you. I thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And cheers to all of you. And what I'll do is, if it's okay with everybody, I'm going to leave you. Can I leave you with some noise? 666 in the chat if you want to hear noise on the way out of this stream, because I can make some noise. And if you're still here, put your dogs away or something. Put earmuffs on your dogs, because I want to do this if you want me to do this. So 666 in the chat. We'll make some noise, and then we'll send you guys on your merry way. And thanks for everybody who joined me on stream tonight on the video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Love you guys. Here we go.